Hi, Ben here with Amtex Equipment. Today we're recording a video for you showing you the instructional operation of the Prowler 14 HP powered by Kohler engine. Up to now you've been seeing videos about our Prowler powered by Honda. This one is a very similar engine. It is built by world finest manufacturer of the engine, Kohler. It's a Command 14 horse. As far as the features are pretty much same as the Honda, except they might look different. You do have your choke handle all the way to the top and your fuel handle. When the machine is off, you want these two handles to be completely all the way to the left. Your throttle handle, just like the Honda engine, is right behind, below the gas tank. Of course, the throttle shows slow and rapid is fast. Again, when the machine is off, have the throttle all the way to the minimum. Ignition off. Your bypass valve off. This bypass valve is the same valve that we use on all of our machine. When you're doing a cleaning, have it shut. If you ever want to do a dry vac or do a water extraction, have it kind of mid open, so that way you can use the vacuum system of this machine without causing any kind of damages to the pump and the heating system of this machine by running them hot. Now coming back to this side, this is your filtration box. This machine has already been tested, so make sure your filtration box is nice and secure. You do have your 0 to 3000 psi pressure gauge. Right below it is your pressure regulator. The far left is your vacuum gauge that shows 0 to 30. This unit is designed to do 20 inch of mercury, which is very impressive for a truck mount. Now your tiny tag right below right now shows 1 hour and 1 minute, but once we turn the machine on, it does changes into the RPM. Now as far as starting it, we do have limited time on one video, so I want to be able to kind of start the machine, show you how to operate it, and quickly show you how to shut it down, so that way it will be a informational type of video on internet available for you in case if you want to kind of update yourself. So as far as starting it, we're going to keep the choke all the way to the closed position, which is all the way to the left, but we're going to go ahead and turn our fuel valve on. The only time you have the fuel valve on when you want to turn the machine on. However, if you want to shut off the machine and put it away, you must turn the fuel valve off. Otherwise you will have all of this gas flow into the engine block and mix with oil and cause problem, because this machine does not use fuel pump to feed itself with fuel. It uses gravity. As far as starting it, again, like I said, choke all the way to the left. Your fuel valve is on. From the minimum position, your throttle, move it a little bit to the left. Just like the other unit, hold on to the choke handle. As you're cranking the engine, open the choke. Take a look. I'm going to increase it a little bit. I'm going to try it again. Now here we go. One other thing I want you to always check is there in the back of the machine there is a dripper valve. Which is this one right here, which is connected to the pressure regulator, which of course the pressure regulator is connected to the pump. You always want to make sure there's a small amount of water coming out. This water is coming out of the back handle, which keeps your pump and your regulator cool. You always want to reduce it a little bit. Now once we have everything secured, we're going to go ahead and speed up the engine, take you and show you its performance, come back out and show you how to shut it down correctly. As far as speeding up, very slowly increase the RPM by pushing the lever all the way to the left. You'll be able to see the speed of the engine. Okay, while we're waiting, this unit, as you know, is tankless, so you do have to have 4 hoses to run the system. You do have a vacuum, just like any other truck mount. You do have your pressure hose, and also if you notice outside there is a orange discharge hose, which carries the recovered or gray water into the septic line. which it's allowed by law as far as friendly disposal of the gray water. Again, just like any other machine we have, because we have a heat exchanger system, you allow this system to run about a couple of minutes. We have already preheated the system for you, so you don't have to wait around because we have so much limited time on the videos. One of the best ways to get the hot water to you is have your wand slanted. You can get the camera, never choke it, allow it to breathe. And as you allow it to breathe, go ahead and open the, slightly open the bypass and dispose some of the water out and start filling for heat. It's gonna get to the point you can't hold on to the quick connect anymore. That's the beginning of your hot water. Right there. So now we're gonna go ahead and start cleaning. Now remember, this machine is a heat exchanger system. Unlike some of the other models that we make, that they use diesel or kerosene burners to heat up water, you're using the benefit of free energy, which is basically the exhaust of the engine boiling the water for you. So if you continuously clean with this system, because it's got such a small engine, eventually it's going to run out of hot water. But if you adjust your timing to do cleaning and dry stroking, cleaning, dry stroking, you should be able to keep the temperature to whatever degree you desire. 180, 200, 220, 230, what have you. Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and do some more cleaning. Again, this valve, like I said, on all our units, serves two purposes. It can get the hot water to you quick. Also, if you ever want to put the wand down for an extended amount of time, it's always good to kind of slightly open and allow the machine to remain cool till you come back to it. We're gonna go ahead and heat it up again. There you go, and we're gonna start. Always remember, faster you run the machine, harder you get. Well, I think we're going to get to the end of our video. I'm going to take you outside and show you how to turn the machine off and do my dry stroke. Now, since we're going out to shut down the system and you're going to leave the one abandoned, there's no reason for you to have this open, because since there's no suction after the machine is off to take the bypass water away, you will cause flooding. After all, the machine does have a bypass on it I'm going to use to cool it off. As far as shutting it off is 4 steps. We're going to go outside. The step 1 will be lower the RPM, allow the machine to come down. Second step will be to dispose all your hot water out. Third will be, which is a very important step, remove the filter off the machine and allow the vacuum system of this machine to completely dry out. Because from one house to another house or one property to another property, you do pull a lot of contamination through the system. You do need to allow the system to clean itself. And the final step will be to lubricate your blower if it's the last job of the day. Let's go. Step 1. Right here. Step 2. I'm going to go ahead and open the bypass. If you look up, you're able to see the temperature. Already done the first 2 steps, lowering the RPM, allow the machine to cool off by opening the bypass. The third step, which is very important, is to remove your filter. Allow the unit to run without filter. the machine is running, it is very highly recommended, without anything in your hand, block the airflow to the blower. That way you're pulling any kind of build up moisture into the blower and spit them out. Now, so the step 3 is very important. It is even more important than lubricating the blower. It is the last job of the day, or they use any kind of lubricant, liquid, rinse, WD-40, anything, kind of spray into the blower for about 5 seconds. 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004, 1005. We're going to come back out. Now, as far as the final shutdown, key off, throttle all the way to the minimum, choke all the way to the left, fuel all the way to the left. Why? Because if we designate choke to the right and fuel to the left, you might get confused. So when the machine is off, make sure that we have the fuel valve and the choke all the way to the left, so that way you won't be confused. Again, I want to thank you for your time, and I will look forward to see you in your future videos. Thank you.